Hello, everyone. I am Ben Pick, and thank you for joining me in Running to Write, where I normally give questionable writing advice through writing metaphors, but I have recently shifted to these productivity sprints so that I can catch up on my writing goals because I have fallen well behind on those. Now, this is also part of the AuthorTube and BookTuber marathon, so hopefully you've been having a fun yesterday and today of being productive, and you'll continue working hard through the rest of the week as we all keep this marathon going. Yeah, thank you everyone in the crowd for joining in. This is a lot more people than I'm expecting. So I see there's a bingo card. Please do feel free to use that. I took a quick peek. I'm not going to try and skew things one way or the other. I can tell you a couple things which won't be happening here, but either way, I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to write for 30 minutes, and then we're going to do a 30-minute sprint. Then we're going to do three 20-minute sprints, and that should take us through to the 2-hour mark. If not, I'll adjust. I usually do hour and a half, so I figure with the extra 30 minutes, I'll throw in a 20-minute sprint and stall and talk and do whatnot. But for the most part, how are y'all? It's a Monday. That today is definitely a Monday. The bingo card link. Yes, thank you. Maggie posted that in here. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you come back every Monday night at 6 p.m. I keep the same time. And we can be productive together. We can write. We can just hang out, talk, relax, whatever. But yeah, please feel free to like, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube things. Or if not, just come hang out, chat it up. That's all cool either. That's all great either way. And so, wow, we got Maggie was the first one through the door. So thank you. And yeah, you did mention, and you do have the bingo card there. Lauren also, yes. Hey, please do smash those like buttons. Margaret, thank you for joining in. Richard, great to see you. Miranda, hey, how's it going? Ooh, super prepped. Interesting. Heather, thank you for being here. And we are just going right on down. Inca, hey, how's it going? Happy Monday. And looks like Carla. Wow, Carla and Louise. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't recognize your names in the usual chats, so let's see what we can do together. Bopping to work on the romance novella. Interesting. Good. Well, you got 30 minutes, so hopefully let's see what we can do for that. Ooh, apparently I'm getting close to 350 subscribers, so that's cool. And long chats are fine. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So thank you everyone for helping in. Ooh, author Christina Whistler, thank you for being here. California. Yeah, I mean, I hope you're nowhere near any of the severe fires, but thank you for joining in. It's much earlier for you than it is for me. It's probably about dinner time, so I'm just going to be working right through dinner, and I'll eat later. CJ, thanks for saying hey, and Dolores, thank you for being here. So, with that out of the way, we got all the intros going. A little bit about myself. I'm currently working on the 4th novel of my Into the Void series. It's a fiction story with strong ties to friendship, where a group of teenagers get powers and make a lot of mistakes. There's some time travel. There's some planetary travel involved. It's really a good time. It's really about well, what keeps friends together when the world around them is falling apart. Now, my 4th novel, I have no idea when it will come out. I was hoping for sometime next year. As always, work is work. So that has resulted in a couple of issues where I'm just mentally drained, too mentally drained to write. But this year I am fighting hard to make the commitment to writing regularly. And today is no different. It was, well, the phrase "everything is wrong," everything is on, the Dresden line, everything was on fire and it's not my fault, or the department store was on fire and it wasn't my fault. That is the expression that describes today. I was, well, background info. I was trying to tell the client how to do something when I have neither the access to correctly direct them nor the power to correctly direct them. So It's like, I don't know, playing bullseye with a blindfold on. Who knows if I hit the target? Morgan, hey, thanks for joining in, and welcome, welcome, welcome. This fire, yeah. The this is fine meme. Yep, there's a lot of that. No further comment. I really don't want to. Yeah, at least I tried. Yep, that is the general expression. I tried. Anyways, let's get this underway. So I'm going to start up a 30-minute timer countdown. Just getting everything set up. So we have 30 minutes on the clock. That is my dog, Rufus. He is, well, he's very lazy. Right now he's upstairs sleeping. This has been a rough weekend for him. So we got to take him to, he's got an oncology appointment later on in the month, but because of how badly this weekend went, we're taking him early and hopefully things will go okay. We don't honestly know. He's kind of stopped eating enough food. We can sort of get him to eat some foods, but he's not really doing too great there. But I don't know if this counts or not because it's not actively my dog. It's a recording of my dog. But Doris, yes, thank you. Yeah, he's a puppy. He's getting up there. I think he's like 10, 11. I don't know if this counts for the bingo card, but that is how I do these countdowns. So for the time being, all right, apparently we're having chicken burritos for dinner. So sorry, that's my wife. She's chiming in too. She's upstairs hanging out with him. All right, we have it from the event organizer, Sam Wicker, that this does technically count for your bingo card for a fur baby. So with that, let's get started. I'm going to get writing, and yes, they are always puppies forever. In fact, my wife was complaining that on his walk just now, he was trying to eat chicken bones that were on the ground because he's terrible. And we tried to train him not to do that because, you know, it's bacteria infested, disgusting food. But at the same time, he is untrainable in some ways, and food insecurity is one of those. So he will definitely eat food he finds on the ground. Now, with that out of the way, I'm going to unmute. I'm going to write for 30 minutes, and I will see you all back at the end of that. So hopefully things will be going well for you all and whatever you want to do. Even if you want to just hang out and play video games for 30 minutes or watch TV or make dinner or read for 30 minutes. Whatever you want to do for that productivity time, you do you. I'm going to write, and I will see you on the other side. And welcome back, everyone. I had kind of a slow session, so I only got about 275 words done. Focused on some other things, did a little bit of research on alien life, and that took me down a small rabbit hole. So I'm looking to keep writing, keep improving through the next 3 sprints, but either way, 275 words is nothing to throw away. So forward progress is always going to be progress. And Books by Adrian, thank you for joining in. Devin, hello. Nia the Vixen of Fiction, thank you for joining us tonight. Looks like we got a bunch of stuff going on in the chat. And yes, so this isn't a live feed, but yes, my dog is always napping. He does things. He can be active, but he's most likely just not. Usually when I get him out, when I take him for a walk, he's very excited. He wants to be there. He wants to sniff everything. And then once he's outside, he is just very excited to do it. But getting him outside is becoming a bit of a problem. I absolutely do not take Rufus on runs with me. He is terrible to run with. He is too nose driven. So I will be running forward. I tried this before. I will be running forward and he will just catch something, catch a scent, and then just jump backwards. So that, yanks my arm out of its socket and everything. We've also been caught in rainstorms. So we'll go out and it'll start to rain. And so we'll hurry back and then the rain will pick up. And so we'll start to run. And even as we're running, Rufus will still not want to be outside. So he is trying to run back as quickly as possible, but then he'll also smell something. And so he'll stop despite wanting to be inside just to sniff everything. Let's see, Richard, you are working on Outline Act 2 of your fantasy book. 3 chapters at the scene level during the sprint. Nice. Oh boy. J.K. Lambo, looks like we got a cool. Oh, a bunch of people being called out and asking what they're working on. All right, we got some socializing and trying to figure out who is writing what. And looks like Adrian wants to read what some of Richard has written. Yeah, so let me give some context here. I forgot. Adrian's book is Mythic Shadow of the Spark. 150,000 words, or is it 250,000 words? Whose book am I thinking of? I think it's 150, but you can correct me. Yeah, it's obviously not my book. I feel like it broke the 100 mark, and I think I'm thinking of somebody else's who broke the 200,000 word mark. Just at the dinner, so having a mug of coffee. Ooh, coffee, man! It's 6, 7 o'clock, man. You don't need coffee that late. You haven't seen book 2 yet. Working on book 2, nice. 250,000, awesome. That is a lot of words to get through. So I was right. I was close. 150 words. I was right the first time. And looks like Richard did a blog about the process of why he's writing his characters and why he's writing it linearly. Sweet. 460 words for the intro of a female main character. Nice. Well, good luck with the intro and keep on writing those stories. So, work past the intro to Act 1, the climax, the denouement. To clean up dinner. Yeah, I don't know much about that, but good luck trying to keep the house clean. Oh, yeah, whatever. You can interrupt me whenever you need, sweetie. Sorry, my wife. There we go. So yeah, feel free to interrupt me whenever you need to get stuff. It's whatever. That dance. Yes, salsa is a dance. And editing is hard to track. Yes. So you can track it in, I don't know, overall. When I was trying to track that stuff like that, because for a while, I was trying to keep accurate records of how much I've written, how much I edited, all this other stuff. and I did words in, obviously the words written, even if I erased some, it was just the total words that were on the page. And editing, I did in terms of chapters. So I'd go through one chapter at a time and then see how long that would take. And obviously, chapters are different. So I could have a 1,000-word chapter, I could have a 5,000-word chapter, but it all sort of just evened out in the end. Perfect. Yeah, pages edited makes sense too. Depends on what you're doing and how you're tracking things. So if I were paid to edit, yes, I would probably go by words or pages edited. So whatever you use, however you do it, that is great. Yep, 150,000 words. I was right the first time. Whew, 258,000 words before cutting that to 198,000. Those are some Sanderson style books. It's odd, but okay, whatever. I don't know anybody who drinks coffee to go to sleep, but hey, whatever. Inky York. Also, to be fair, I don't drink coffee anyways, so I can't really judge or make comments about coffee. Last book in the series was 21,000. Wow. Next book is projected to be 200. Sorry. My last book was 210,000, and your Adrian is currently working at 200,000. So, Adrian, there is a preview of Richard's current work in progress there. Oh no, Rufus won't eat food. Okay. We've tried a whole bunch of different things. So he hasn't really been eating this weekend. He's sick. We're going to take him in tomorrow, just sort of see what's up. And yeah, he's having some struggles right now. So hopefully things go okay. But we tried a whole bunch of different food. We tried his regular kibble. We tried the nice canned stuff. We tried human food, potatoes, French fries, all the like. We've done steaks before too, yeah. Sorry, I think my tooth. Whew. Cutting it down to 298,000 words. That's impressive. I am going to try to get up to my series. These 3 books are about average 90,000 words. So that is my goal. About 90,000 words. Yeah. He, well, whatever. We don't need to talk about Rufus tonight. He's doing okay. We're hoping for the best, but kind of expecting the worst. So I don't know. Well, we'll have to figure it out. And yeah. He was honestly expected to not be here as of November. So the fact that he's lasted for 2 going on 3 more months, it's good. We honestly, right up until last week, he was acting perfectly fine, normal and everything. He was eating normally, he was walking normally, and then things sort of just took a turn for the worse. So hopefully. Ooh, interesting. I'm no hero. I'm curious about that because I have. Agreed. Yeah. Yep. We've done a whole bunch of like little paw print things. All towards the end of last year, we had a couple of ink things made, and we did a plaster mold last night. There's this like really elaborate sand thing that my uncle got for me that we can do, but I don't know if we'll be able to get Rufus to want to do it, I guess. But again, it all depends on how things go tomorrow. So again, fingers crossed, hoping for the best. But yeah, sorry, I'll go off on one little tangent more, and then I'll get back to an actual writing sprint. So I'll get this up so that you all can know that we're doing, that I have every intention of getting back to a writing sprint. But yeah, he is very particular in what he likes to eat, which is annoying because he also likes eating trash he finds on the ground. But there was, a decent kibble that he had that he just decided one day he didn't like anymore. So we switched to lamb flavored kibble. And then recently he's had some, he was going through chemo, so his taste buds kind of changed. And so we were giving him some of the canned food. And then we tried experimenting with steaks and eggs. And there's some days where he just doesn't want to eat. But eventually, like the day after, he goes, he eats like he hasn't eaten in a day. But this time around, it's a lot different. And he definitely has taken some turns for the worse since Friday, where I guess I got him to go for 2 walks yesterday, but now he doesn't even want to like leave the couch. So we'll see how things go. Obviously, next Monday I will talk all about Rufus, however things go tomorrow. But yeah. Anyways, let's get back to writing. I am switching from working on my work in progress to working on writing scripts for Writing to Write when I actually do get back to giving questionable writing advice through running metaphors or whatever I'm talking about. But yeah, thank you. We shall see. Yeah. So it's sorry. Continuing on this thought, he had like a cancer of not his heart, but like the valve outside of it, and then that leads to fluid, just sort of dispersing throughout his body. And when he would go in for chemo, they would drain it. And as of a month ago, he was looking pretty good. Hemangiosarcoma, that thing. Hemangiosarcoma, whatever. Cancer of the blood vessels, I think is what it is. And cancer of a blood vessel. And so he a month ago he was doing like he got checked out and everything. And it's just as of Friday, I guess things turned worse. And so he's starting to get a little bit of bloating. So hopefully tomorrow they'll be able to just drain him, and that will alleviate the pressure on his other organs. And that way he'll go back to eating everything, anything and everything in sight. So, oh, cool. Yeah. Good night, Richard. Thank you for sticking with us as long as you have. I know it's midnight there, and I wish you a good night's sleep. Yep, exactly. And with that out of the way, let's get started on writing some more, because we actually are here for productivity sprints. See you all in 20 minutes this time. Welcome back, everyone. That was the second productivity sprint here. First one of 20 minutes. I'm going to do 2 more sprints of 20 minutes, and that will bring us right up to the cusp of the end of this session at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you everyone for joining in. As for what I did, I finished writing a script for an upcoming episode. I now have 2 in the queue for, I don't know, probably 2 seasons from now when I actually get back to doing questionable writing advice. It's pretty good. The 2 episodes, I'll tease them. I started off a series called Could This Be Written Today? And I'm doing an analysis of Ursula Le Guin's Wizard of Earthsea series. Sorry, the second book in that series, Tombs of Atuan, which is one of my early DNFs of my childhood, where I did eventually go back and read it. But that was one of the first books where I definitely had to put it down after a month because it was very slow compared to the first book. And then the second script I just finished is talking about the 4th book in that series, Tahanu. So let me think. The first book in the series, Wizard of Earthsea, is incredibly engaging. Book number 3 is also really well done and has a clear, distinct plot. Book number 4, less so. Book number 5 is a bunch of short stories to sort of work on the world building in Earthsea. And book 6 is the end of the series. So it's got this kind of allure to it because it wraps up so much and so many plot holes. But I feel like 2 and 4 were kind of out. Well, 4 especially was an outlier because, well, there isn't. I go into it later on in the script, but there isn't really much of a plot short of just kind of the lifestyle or catching up with the characters that we know at that point. Book 2 has a plot, but it was very boring in the telling. And I'll go into all those details months from now when I get back to it. Yes. That's not a tease, not a taunt. Yes. Wizard of Earthsea is absolutely fantastic. I love that book. It is one of the fundamental novels of my youth, of my now. I went back and reread it, and there are a lot of influences there in Falling Through and less or so the other books. But if you read A Wizard of Earthsea and you read Falling Through, you can, or if you read A Wizard of Earthsea, you can clearly see certain main plot elements which strongly influenced me in writing Falling Through. Now, obviously, it's not the archipelago part because I would love to do seafaring adventures, but I know literally nothing about it. So anytime Ursula Le Guin or one of my other favorite authors, Raymond Feist, up here, we got some of his books. Whenever they go into the elaborate stories and details, it's fantastic. So I'm reading a new Raymond Feist book. It's Kingdom on Fire. I wasn't expecting to go down this tangent. Sorry. Let me see here. It's it's not the Rift War side. It's Firemane. There we go. Because Rift War was really good. That's another fundamental book to my reading, and you can see the influences in these books, obviously. But yeah, sorry. Book 1 is King of Ashes, and there are a lot of piracy scenes in there. So Raymond Feist knows how to write an incredible, compelling seafaring narrative, even if that's not the focus of the story. And the same thing with Ursula Le Guin. The entire world of Earthsea is basically, I mean, it's not Waterworld, but you're doing island hopping. So it's a lot of fun. And since we're talking about island hopping, and since my wife just came down, I want to just give a wonderful shout out to One Piece. It's a fantastic series. If you haven't gotten started in it, do so. It's one of the longest running mangas. The anime is really robust too, so it's very daunting to get into it, but Netflix has an incredible live action version of it, which is really well done. I don't think it hits quite the same highs as some of the pivotal moments within there, but it still does a very, very good job. I think that the what will be the concluding fight scene for Netflix doesn't do full justice to what was done in the book. I do like how they streamlined like 80 manga chapters, maybe 40 anime episodes, or maybe I had that backwards, into 8 solid, well-built episodes on Netflix. So nice. Yeah, that's fair. I never got into Ranma one half, but One Piece is just the pinnacle of world building and in planting the seeds, because there are so many tiny details that don't get fully realized until, not exaggerating, 500 episodes later, 500 chapters later, however you want to measure it. So that is 10 plus years of buildup from just a throwaway line, which becomes something incredibly pivotal. And to do that well and to do that so it's engaging is just stunning. I like Naruto. There is a lot of filler there. There's a lot of waste. Oh, interesting. I will definitely have to check that out because, like I said, I love RC. So yeah. Ooh, awesome. Inca is actually being productive. So good on you for working through those productivity sprints and going through final proofing. Stephanie Whitson, hey, thank you for doing here. Hey, life stuff. Life is life. I was lurking through most of this marathon throughout the day, where I would just have my side computer up and running and just viewing some of the people's channels while I was at my work, getting my work done. I think I checked in through a couple of the sprints to just comment and say, hey, but whatever you got to do, you got to do. So welcome to doing life stuff. Came home to our water finally being turned back on. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry for the inconvenience of having your water turned off. I remember in an apartment complex how I don't think they caught me off guard. So every single time they had to shut off the water, which, obviously it's a huge building. There needs to be maintenance. So I think every time they did it, it wasn't too much of an inconvenience, because they would always put something in my mailbox and it would just say, hey, by the way, on this day, whatever. They would give us a week. They would let us know. There would be signs up everywhere. So I hated that place. I hated the way that they ran everything. And there were so many other issues. But when they did do work on the apartment, the water, at least, that was well done. Now, they did completely replace the siding on the outside, which was a pain because I was working from home while people were like drilling into the side of the building. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, I'm going to get ready for another sprint because we have 40 minutes left on the clock, and I want to get back to writing my latest chapter. I left off in a interesting place, I guess, because I'm going to have to do a lot of inventing, really. There is about to be a new scene, a new character, and I have to just do all that imagination, all that world building right now. So I will see you all on the other side of 20 minutes. And yeah, feel free to do whatever you want. Feel free to work on editing. Feel free to do life stuff and whatever you want to do. Thank you for being here. I really do think it's awesome that you're helping me out. Sorry, I keep going off on tangents. I want to say thank you to everyone who is here. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you're new, please like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. I already mentioned that, but I really want to thank you because as of this stream, I have hit 350 subscribers. So thank you, everyone. That is incredible. I was a long way away as of an hour ago, but I apparently gained like 20 subscribers. So thank you, everyone, for being here, for saying hi, for joining in, and for joining in on this marathon, because writing a book is a marathon. That's something I've said before. It's not a sprint. It is very difficult. It is a massive endurance trial, and it is honestly a series of marathons, because it's going back time and again to go through these very, very enduring moments. And then, once you have it written, it's a marathon to get the book out there, to work on the next book, to do everything associated with publishing a novel. And I want to thank you all for being here, for hanging out. And I don't say this enough, but I want to thank you all so much for hanging out and for supporting me. That really makes all the difference. And likewise, in 40 minutes, I'm going to be shutting down the channel. Not like permanently shutting down, but I'm going to be shutting down the stream. I'm sorry. And that means that we have the next person up, who is Esther. Esther is going to be having a break party from 8 to 9. So I am getting that. Hopefully I did this right. There we go. So after this channel, after 40 minutes when I'm done, I'm going to sign off. Oh, 40 minutes. Oh, yeah, I better get back to doing the sprints because running out of time. Yeah. So I will probably just do 20 minutes here and then maybe 15, depending. But that is the channel for the next set of sprints. So let's get this started because I feel like I've been doing too much talking, and I will see you on the other side of 20 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I did. I worked on my current work in progress, chapter 16. Oh yeah, chapter 16. Nice. I'm starting to make some measurable progress. I started this year. Well, yeah, I started the end of. I don't know. Whatever. Time is relative. Feels like I was just working on chapter 13 not too long ago, but I'm glad to see that I'm making progress as the weeks go by. Now, I only have 18 minutes left, so I'm probably going to just do an impromptu 15-minute sprint, so I can bring this thing up again, and we can do one last session to close things out. When this gets down to 5 minutes, I'll shut it down and close out and say goodbye to everyone, so that way I can do a little wrap up. But again, thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, Louise, I agree. That's awesome. So thank you for helping me out with that. And Jordan, thank you for showing up. Great to have you here. Great to hope you're writing something. Hope you're working on fun things. Let's see, DL Hillary is here as well. Her latest novel, Cagliostro, is out. It was out at the end of last year, I believe. I mean, it was definitely the end of last year. I don't remember the exact date. Let's see here. If I could spell it. Hmm. Well, you know what? I will stall for a few minutes as I find this because this is much more important than me having then. Um, hmm. Oh, I think there's only one L. That might be the problem. There we go. So it's a fun horror fantasy genre that DL Tillery writes in. This is her latest novel, and it's out. Oh, good. So Rufus is eating a little bit. Yeah, he's eating a little bit, but he's not eating his full meal. So we just need to figure out what he will tolerate as we kind of stall through tomorrow, where we get some more information about him. But yeah, like I said, we are well. So now I'll cut it down to 10 minutes, and I'm going to start now, so that way I don't stall any further. Thank you everyone for being here. And when this hits 10 minutes, I will do a wrap up and then send you on your way to Esther's for a break as I eat. But yeah, going on mute. like I said, I ended that sprint a little bit early. Sorry for those of you who are trying to do a full 20 minutes. We did most of it. We did 10 minutes. So we did 30 minutes, we did 20 minutes, we did 20 minutes, and then we did 10 minutes. I'm sorry for talking too much and stalling and everything, but I'm just having fun. I'm glad everyone is here. I finished a total of 712 words tonight. So thank you for keeping me honest and being productive with me. Like I said, every Monday night at 6 p.m., I do these productivity sprints. They are only an hour and a half. I talk less. I do 30 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 20 minutes instead of here where I try to do an extra 20-minute session. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the future on my upcoming streams. Next up, if you are curious, the next sprint is, like I said, Esther's. It's a break party. We get to relax. I am feeling worn out. I'm feeling very stressed today on a Monday night, so I need all of the breaks I can. It would help if I copy the... Uh-oh. What did I do wrong? There we go. Here's the link address for Esther's break party. Let's relax. Let's enjoy Monday nights and just breathe. And then if you want to feel productive again, Dolores is doing another... There we go. Sorry. So let me really quickly fix this. So break party. I swear I am a professional. There we go. So the break party is at 8 p.m. So in 2 minutes with Esther, and following up with Dolores, we have the next sprint session at 9. So if you want to relax, join up with Esther. If you're still around an hour from now, let's be productive together. And productivity sprint marathon. Yep. So I would like to thank writer Sam Wicker for organizing this entire event. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of volunteers to keep the marathon going. I'm just one person. I'm here for 2 hours. This entire marathon event is a week long. So kudos to Sam. Thank you everyone for volunteering to host, to promote, to mediate, to moderate, to do whatever, to give breaks. This is a wonderful effort across a lot of people's channels. So thank you for being here, and thank you everyone for hosting. I'm going to end it now, and I will see you all in Esther's channel. Take care.